All right. Hello. This is our web application that we made. This project, the aims and purpose of the project was to, to solve the problems we find in the society where hospitals normally find it difficult. Hospitals in the society, they find it difficult to get the blood donated to them anytime they need a particular blood. So we made this web application to connect between the donors and the hospitals. So in this case, anytime a hospital needs blood, there's no need for them to go around to look for donors because they can get connected to the donors on this platform. And then we have homepage, we have the hospital page, and then we have the donor page. So when you look at here, hospitals can request blood from here. Hospitals can find donors from here. And then, mind you, we use a mock data to represent this because our backend isn't ready yet. So we just use a mock data to represent this. So hospitals are able to, when a particular hospital requests for a blood, we realize that this is the hospital here, St. Mary's Medical Center needs O+ urgently. So when you look around, people around here, those who can donate, we have City Rahaimu available with A+ blood, and then we have Riza Mahindra available with O+ blood. And I look at Budi Santoso. He is not in the nearby kilometers, so he cannot donate blood. So we look up to the two people. So the hospital, you look at, the hospital is in red color. It means it is the one requesting for the blood. And then the hospital in the red, yellow color, look at this, Sunrise Clinic and PMI not. They are in warning situation. So it means that their blood units are running out, but they don't need blood yet. Yeah. And then look at the hospital, which are normal. They still have their blood is still available, so they don't need blood. And then the donor available is this one, the one in the, the one in the, sorry. And then we have the blood banks. So we have blood banks where bloods are donated to them. Even so, in a situation where a donor is not found within the within the area, so we can go to the blood banks and check from them if they have the blood we need, the particular blood we need, and then we can take it from them. So this is the home page. Okay, so I'll run it first and then we move to the next one. So it comprises and we have hospital dashboard, donor interface, PMI admin panel, emergency request, rewards program. Then all this about the company, and this is their contacts. All right, so let's quickly look at the hospital, the process they can follow to get the blood. So if in this case, we have St. Mary Medical Center. So if they want a blood, they just click the emergency request. If they click this way, this form pops up and they fill the form. If they want, let's say they want a certain blood, they can choose if they want B, blood B or AB or O. So let's say they want AB. So they choose AB. Is it AB plus or AB negative? So they can choose that too from here. Yeah. And then how many units do they want? So here, let's say they want 6 units of the AB negative blood. And then here you have to tell the donor, which part of the hospital do you need the blood? Do you need the blood in ICU Ward 3 or room 3? So you can put the name here. Let's just say room 3. something like, let's just say something like room three. And then we come here, the hospital has to put their contact here. They put their contact. Why should they put the contact? Why should they put? Because the donor has to contact them and know where he's supposed to meet them. So after filling this, after filling this form, you click emergency. You send alert. You send alert. So you see emergency, 6 units AB minus all nearby donors notified. So this message goes to all nearby donors, nearby within 5 kilometers. So this message goes to them. And then they can, if any of them is available, they can reply, they can decide to accept the request or ignore the request depending on their availability. So in this case, the hospitals are able to track their request. They are able to track and see how within the time they requested the blood. So in this case, we have they requested at 9:04, and the donors got notified at 9:04, and the donor accepted. Riza Mahendra accepted he accepted that he can donate the blood at 9:07. Donor wrote to hospital. So to the donor en route, the donor, he is going to the hospital. At 9:09, he started going to the hospital. Donation validated at PMI. The PMI admin validated the donation, the donor to donate the blood is still pending. Request fulfilled. So they accepted him, they fulfilled his request to come and donate the blood. So this is still pending and this is fulfilled. This one too is pending, but it's under emergency. And so this is for the hospital side if they want to request the blood. So we can also see how many emergency requests they have. They submit, you can fill this form too and then tell them what you need. You select your blood type, the positive or negative. How many units do you want here? And then here, the time interval do you want the blood to take to come? If you want it urgently, maybe let's say within 4 to 8 hours. If you want it less than 2 hours, that's emergency, less than 2 hours. If it is critical, if the condition is critical, you can do it less than 30 minutes. So within less than 30 minutes, the donor should reach the hospital, and then the blood will get donated and it will be used for the purpose. So after that, you submit the request. You can submit the request. So if you fill this form, it tells the donor that this blood which has been requested is emergency. So in this case, the donor doesn't joke. He can hurry up as much as possible to get to the hospital. But if you are not in emergency need, you don't need to fill this form. This is only for when you are requesting for emergency. And then let's look at the blood stock. In the blood bank dashboard, so from the blood bank dashboard, they have how many? They have A plus 22 units, A minus 6 units, only 6 units. So it means that 6 units is about to finish. So it's under warning zone. B plus 19 units safe. B minus critical condition because it's about to finish. It's only three units. And then in that order. So in this case, it can tell you this particular blood is about to finish. This particular blood is still available. So we don't need this. So the system alerts all the donors. The system knows. So the admin knows this blood is in the blood bank. This blood is not available. This blood is about to finish, so that they can prepare ahead. So you look at the graph. representation of the availability of the blood: A plus, safe zone; A minus, warning zone; B minus, critical zone; AB minus, critical zone; O minus, warning zone. And then we can also find the nearby blood banks. So we have PMI Central Jakarta. They are available 1.2 kilometers away. And then they have these blood, they have 22 units of A plus, 8 units of A minus in that order. And then we have PMI Menteng. They are also 2.7 kilometers. So in this case, it's arranged according to their closeness. So the first one is close by 1.2 kilometers, and this one is close by 2.7 kilometers. And we have PMI Chimpaka Pote. They are also 4.1 kilometers, but they are about to close. So we see closing soon. They are about to close, and this is still open. This one too is still open. So this is how they are found. Blood banks within 5 kilometers, emergency coverage radius within 5 kilometers. So they fill the form and then send to them. Request tracking. So after you request, you can track the request in progress. You can request submitted and then in that order. All right, so let's look at the donor page. So the donor profile, every donor, okay. So in this particular donor, his name is Riza Mahindra. He has donated 12 times and he saved 36 people. And then he got how many points? 580 points. And then he is ranked 48th out of 12,000 plus donors. Donation eligibility. Now, because his first donation was on 2nd March 2026. So before he will be able to donate again, it has to be 2 months later. So that would be in next eligible would be in June, 2nd June 2026. And then his hemoglobin is 14.2 G grams per something like that. This is measured in the hospital setting. So this is should be known by the doctors or nurse. All right. And for every donor has a donor card. The donor card, his donor card comprises, the donor card has been verified by the admin. It's verified, it's not fake one, so we see verified here. And then this card appears in the hospital, so they can scan this and get contact to they have this with them, so they can scan this and get contact with the donor. Blood type, his blood type is O+, valid until December 31st, 2026. And then the donor ID, his donor ID is this: total donation 12 times, and he has 580 points. His alerts, how many alerts has he received so far? He has received an alert from St. Mary Medical Center. So he has to decide if it's available. He accepts the request. If it's not available, he can ignore. So if he clicks accept request, accepted. So you see the message is accepted. Head to St. Mary Medical Center, 2.4 kilometers away, 50 points coupon upon donation. So when you donate, you get 50 points. But this is his second request. So if he's not available, he cannot donate. He ignores the message. Alert dismissed. Yeah. So that's how it is. And the message disappears. Now look at here. We have the PMI admin here. The PMI admin, he's able to oversee everything. He monitors everything. He knows the blood banks available, the available blood banks, the analysis. Yeah, he oversees everything. So this is the page for for the admin. All right, so this is basically what the application does. So this is it. Yeah. All right, so thank you so much for your time. And I hope we will be considered in the competition. Sure.